podcast, episode 2. On this podcast with me today are my brother Gurjas and Hector, my pet lab, a very, very important family member, and also our best friend.
Super important. He's the one giving all the guidances, guys. He's the one who's giving you the tips and the tricks, and we're just delivering it. So be kind and leave him a reply and give him a quick email. We'll tell you. We'll translate for you what he wants to tell you.
And today we're going to be talking about the loving, nurturing energy of the rose quartz crystal and how it can shift your life. So nurturing, peace, love, harmony, and just adding more loving energy into your life. Rose quartz is your to-go crystal for all of this. Matters of the heart, feelings, emotions, feelings of longing, and even loneliness, or just opening up your heart to more love, compassion, and nurturing. On to you, Gurjas.
So this crystal is just really amazing and so powerful. I can talk about it for days. But I want to start by talking about the heart chakra initially, because that is a focal point of how everyone started using rose quartz. So the heart chakra is the fourth chakra in the order of the chakra system, and it lies in the center of your chest, right next to your actual heart, where it gets its name. And it's this chakra which is represented by this green color, this vibrant emerald green color. And why this chakra is so important is because this chakra bridges your other chakras, your lower chakras with your upper chakras, meaning it's the bridge between the earthly concerns and the spiritual concerns or issues of the both worlds. So this chakra has a certain vibrational frequency, or in a way you can imagine it as a magnetic field or something. And so like any magnetic field or frequency, it has a certain order of going around. And this crystal essentially helps you in setting that frequency right, or in the correct order, if you would say so. And it allows you to expand and open up your heart chakra. And the reason why I mentioned that it's represented by a vibrant emerald green color is because I wanted you guys to question why rose quartz, which is a pale pink, is being used to expand it when we could be using other crystals which are green in color. So importantly, yes, we can use other crystals as well, but why rose quartz is so important for the heart chakra is because the auric energy of the heart chakra is pale pink, and that is the exact color of rose quartz. And in its pure essence, rose quartz is an amazing crystal that is very gentle. It's not harsh on you. Its energy is not abrupt. It's smooth and gentle and sliding on your heart chakra, and it heals so effectively. It's just so amazing to see how it's just, I could go on for days, as I said, but it has this energy that just heals and mends your heart chakra. And that's where the rose quartz has been used for self-love or issues relating to love, or where your heart lies, be it with friends, family, relationships, your significant others, yada yada, all of that stuff. But it's very easy to use this crystal in your day-to-day life by setting the right intention, or by setting the intention in the right manner so you can use the crystal effectively. It's very easy to set this intention. You can just hold this crystal in your hand, you can sleep with it while having a clear intention in your head about how you want the crystal to help you. But instead of expecting it to help you, you have to give in to the energy of the crystal, because that crystal is gifting you its power and magic, and you're supposed to receive it with unconditional love. And Tanvi will talk about this later with unconditional love with crystals, and how it's so important to treat your crystals with love and just the purest energy possible from you. I would like to come back to how you can heal your heart chakra with this crystal. And I would like to say that you can actually meditate with this crystal very well. Because I remember during my exams, I used to just hold on to this crystal while studying. I used to take it with me to school. I used to just, keep it in my hand and sit down or lie down and just close my eyes and try to just go through my syllabus. And it used to just allow this peace and calm to enter my body that would just allow me to set aside my anxiety, my concern, and my worries for my exams, and it would allow me to be in the state of pure calm where I can just remember stuff. And it's just got such amazing properties where it can allow you to, in fact, like coming to, places of acceptance and releasing a lot of stuff. As I was talking about releasing anxiety, you can release so much stuff, so much negativity with this crystal from your heart, and it's so easy. And we've both been working with these crystals for so long. I think it was probably one of the first crystals that we had in our crystal kit, because I think initially it's just the color that attracts you to it. And Tanvi's favorite color is pink. She loves it. So I think that's why she went for it. She was like, I'm gonna grab a hold of it. But yes, totally. Like that is very true. But another reason for it being a starter crystal for your crystal kit is because it's an encompassing crystal which you can use for various things. And most of our concerns do have, like I would say in a way, a leg in the earthly plane and a leg in the spiritual plane. And because this crystal combines those two perfectly, it's the perfect crystal to use for anything and everything. And Tanvi has recommended this crystal to her clients. She's used it in her own life. Both of us have. And I'm going to hand over the mic to her so that she can talk about her experience with the crystal and how her clients react to it. So over to you.
Thank you, gorgeous. You very correctly pointed out that the rose quartz has this beautiful nurturing energy which helps you release anything that is weighing you down, which is why we recommend this as a starter crystal in crystal kits to all of our clients. In fact, it works well not only with adults but also for newborn babies because of its loving and nurturing energy. It just brings so much peace to newborn babies who can't talk. And the same goes with pets. If you keep it in the same room as where your pets are, obviously out of your pet's reach, because crystals aren't exactly pet shoe friendly items, but out of their reach, but just the kind of vibe that it permeates is so peaceful and calm and harmonious and nurturing, which is why it works well not only for adults but also for newborn babies and pets. In fact, I have it by my bedside table. I hold on to it and meditate every night, and it's absolute bliss, absolute peace, just the kind of feeling that you want to be feeling before you go to bed, the total feel-good factor. I also recommended it to one of my clients who had immense pain in her calf area, in her nerves. I told her to glide it up and down from her knee onto her ankle every day, twice a day for a couple of minutes, and completely took away the inflammation and the pain. That is the kind of calming, nurturing, healing, soothing, cooling effect that rose quartz can have on your body and your inner being, and the way you just feel in the environment, in your home, in your car, while you're traveling. You can carry this crystal with you even when you're out of the country traveling for work, because the energy that it has is just so calming, nurturing. For a whole lot of you who stay out of the country or just not probably in the same city as your family, you're living by yourselves and working in a different city, carry this crystal with yourself, keep it with you in your bag. You can even wear it in the form of a bracelet, a lot of my clients, and it helps them get over feelings of loneliness and a lot of trauma associated with being away from their family and related emotions of sadness, depression, anxiety, all of that. So essentially, rose quartz is not a crystal that I recommend for anxiety, because that would probably be a combination of clear quartz and amethyst. However, rose quartz really helps you when it comes to a situation where you're actually feeling lonely and depressed, because it brings in the energy of love and nurturing. And hence, in that kind of a situation, it also helps you with related anxiety for matters of the heart.
So true. So I would just like to share a little experience that I had with rose quartz. So I remember that someone in my family was going through medical issues, and they were very old as for their age, and like they were in the hospital and they were on the ventilator for a long time, and it was very difficult to understand whether they were choosing to come out of the situation and like feel better and like move on from that illness, or were they really, what they were choosing was to actually leave this realm and just pass over. Because a lot of the times, like, you know, we are so struck with our family and our responsibilities that even though we are choosing to leave this plane, it's very difficult for us to. So I set a small intention on my rose quartz, and I said, please allow this person to choose freely and help them and guide them in whichever path they choose. And whatever the outcome was, it happened with ease, a lot of ease. And the next day the outcome was it was smooth in a way, because like it just happened with ease. And there was no pain, there was no suffering on the part of the person. And it just made me realize that a lot of the times our crystals are so readily willing to help us and the intentions we set on them. And so I would just like to invite you guys to start using these crystals, because they are there for you to use them. They desire your energetic connection, and they desire that energetic connection so that they can use their magical powers to manifest and create for you. So start changing your lives and the lives of people around you by using these crystals, because that's what they're here for. And just have fun with them, have fun with their magic, because that's what life is all about.
Absolutely gorgeous. In fact, yes, rose quartz is a very important crystal that we recommend for people who are kind of working on grief work in their lives right now when you've lost a loved one.
Yeah.
And even when you're going through a separation or a breakup, rose quartz is a crystal that works beautifully in healing your wounds and working with your heart, in releasing any trauma, judgment, and really allowing more love into your life. In fact, one of my friends was in the middle of a separation, and I did advise her to keep her rose quartz in her bag and hold on to it during any important discussions. It doesn't hurt to do tough jobs with love, and also a tad bit compassion, I guess. And it did work beautifully with her as well, because the energy, the calming, nurturing energy of the rose quartz just made her look at the whole situation with a lot more compassion and less judgment for herself as well as her partner.
So true and so amazing. Guys, I would just like, honestly, I was just thinking about this right now when we were talking, and like, I just thought that you guys are hearing all these stories about different people and how their lives have changed, and so drastically, to say the least. But I would like if you guys would just take out 10 minutes out of your busy schedules and just hold any crystal you can get. Hold on to that crystal, close your eyes, and just let it be. Just let go of everything and just breathe in the energy of the crystal, whatever crystal that may be. And I assure you that you will feel a peaceful energy, a calming vibe. Like anything that you do feel, like you will realize the power of the crystal, and then it'll make so much more sense for you to apply that to your life, and it'll make so much sense why all these people's lives have changed so drastically and so amazingly.
Right, gorgeous. In fact, one of my clients, she had come for her tarot, life guidance through tarot reading with me. She was basically wanting to have more information about her ex-boyfriend who had broken up with her a couple of months back, and there was this intense longing in her heart, and she wanted to like really find a way to patch up with him. And through cards, she wanted guidance as if about whether this would be the right direction for her to take, what steps could be taken, and if this was really for her highest best. So again, the cards basically showed that yes, there was a possibility of reconciliation. However, it did require a lot of healing and inner work on her side. So coming to the main point, even when we do work with crystals and setting intentions, we must realize that once we surrender, a lot of information and awareness is released to us, is conveyed to us. We're made aware of what inner work and what changes we really need to do with our life and ourselves in order for situations to change around us. So essentially, when I recommended this client of mine, the rose quartz, it was not only to reconnect her with her loved one, but also to be very, very patient, because we must realize that crystals are not going to, in most cases, change situations overnight. So inculcating that virtue of being patient and really healing the wounds of the past within, from the feeling of not judging yourself as well as others involved in the situation, and really letting go of past anger, bitterness, all of these emotions. It takes a while for all these things to happen and manifest, and essentially inner work is a very large element of working with crystals, whether it is for allowing love into your life, for healing, for letting go judgment of self and others. We require to be a tad bit patient with ourselves as well as others and our crystals, that not only open up a doorway of new possibilities, but also a doorway where we can work within, change the qualities that really need to be changed, and really evolve as human beings in a very, very holistic way. So that is what I really wanted to add. And I guess that's what crystals really open your heart up to change, both within and without. And realizing that you do need to make that little shift in a nurturing way, without judgment of yourself and of people and situations around you. Just being an allowance. And this loving energy of the rose quartz really helps you with all these things in subtle ways that sometimes go unnoticed, but with time you will realize as to the huge shifts that are taking place in your life when you start working with crystals.
Wow, that was so beautifully said. Just adding a little point to what she said, because I feel like a lot of you would be wondering, why do these crystals take so much time? With that, I would just like to tell you that the magical powers of the crystals are not what's taking time, but it's actually you allowing their magical powers to manifest something, or to create something, or to change something, or to release something. So it takes a little time for each one of us, and depending on the person, it varies the amount of time it takes for us to release the judgments, the expectations we have from the crystals. That's what I said to you before as well. Do not expect your crystals to do something. Allow your crystals to do it. Allow them with unconditional love and just this energy of pure receiving, because that's what's so important when you're working with crystals, is to receive their magical powers, not to expect them to do anything in a certain way, because a lot of the times our mind's going to start working and it's going to be like, oh, I want this to happen like this. Don't set your intentions based off of judgmental protocols. Set your intentions with unconditional love, and with, I guess what I'm trying to say is, set your intentions in a way where you allow the crystals to work their magic without your brain interfering with their work, and just allow them, and trust me, it's just heavenly how they work.
So a beautiful way of like really connecting with your crystal is holding them and meditating them. You can have your eyes open or closed. Just be sure you're not driving while you're doing this. but other than that, yeah, you can like hold onto your crystal even when you're at work or wherever you might be, on the aircraft, in the train, on the bus, and just close your eyes or have them open and just meditate with your crystals. And I think you'll be shown the way, kind of just like surrender. Yeah. Also, it'll also bring you to a level of stillness where you are able to perceive what you need to change in your life, or what is it that you really truly desire from your heart. And like Gurjit clearly pointed out right in the beginning of this podcast, that it helps you to align your upper and lower chakras. And literally when your heart opens up, you're actually able to do things that would truly matter to you in your heart. Like they say, follow your heart, but even to be able to follow your heart, you really need to be able to know what your heart's telling you. And for that, you need to be able to listen to what is really coming from within. The signs, the guidance that's really coming from within. You, in order to be able to hear that, you need to be able to like just go into a zone of stillness and calm, to be able to connect to the universal vibration of these beautiful crystals, and of how they can shift and manifest the life that you truly desire.
Yeah, of
so
course.
You need to really tune into them, and they in turn will help you tune into yourself.
Yeah.
There are other ways of doing it. I don't say that, having crystals or working with them is the only way. However, you are free to choose your way. The only thing is make a start, folks. It's going to shift your life, even if it's just few minutes a day. Just tune in, and that is really the starting point for connecting with yourself and really knowing what you really truly desire. And therefore, you can then start to like work on it and making it a reality and bringing it to fruition.
Exactly. And I love a singular word that you used when you were talking about working with the crystals is surrender. Just surrender. And let me tell you one thing. You're going to start working with these crystals for a few minutes a day. And once you truly surrender to them, working with these crystals is going to give you this ecstatic joy that's going to make you want to work with them even more. Just holding on to them, just keeping them near you. It's going to give you this kind of high that you're just going to love. And then you're just going to be like having crystals all over the place like we do now.
Yeah, totally. In fact, like for the longest time without realizing it, now that I think about it, I think I've been quite a control freak for the majority of my life. And for someone like me
Aren't
to like...
we all?
Yeah, I guess. And some of us are more than the others. So maybe I don't know which category I fell into, but I do know that yes, I have been a control freak for, I don't know, like for quite a majority of the years. And the beautiful thing about crystals, at least for me, is the moment that they really came into my life, which is very recently for me. I didn't have to like really work on surrendering, because it was like, okay, I held on to the crystal and it was like there, I was out within like seconds. I was like out, you zone out. So it's literally like you're in therapy without a therapist.
Yeah.
It's like you're in a massage without the masseuse.
Wow.
So it's literally like that. And so I don't have to work very hard in terms of surrendering, because that's the kind of magic that the crystals had on me, because it was literally like total detox. The moment I held on to them, or just the vibration that they had, it was like a complete mental, physical detox. And I think that's the beautiful part of it, because you don't really need to work that hard on surrendering. It just happens automatically for you. And so for those of you who feel that, okay, hello, I'm quite the control freak, how do you propose that I work with crystals or with anything else for that matter? Well, this is how it really, really might help you if it works the same way that it worked.
So yeah, it was great having you guys over for this podcast episode. Stay tuned for the next episode, and we are so excited about the next crystal that we're going to be talking about, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it a lot.
Thank you for joining us. Signing off, Tanvi, Gurjas and Hector.